Hey guys, I'm back. I know it's only been a couple days, but it feels like it's been longer. Um, what I wanted to talk about was the new guidelines, and this is why it feels like it's been longer than just a couple days of not recording. I wanted to talk about the new guidelines. Um, just a disclaimer. You know, I agree with the guidelines. I try to stay within them. It's basically nothing suggestive, nothing sexual, nothing offensive. If you use somebody else's content, you need to have permission from them. And this is why I don't really. This is why I mostly do it in a vlog form, because there's already been YouTubers that have been threatened to shut down, be terminated, if you will, if they don't change the way that they put content out. So this is why my stuff is in vlog form, because I know I cover Square Enix news, which 90% of everything is pretty safe. Square Enix does have copyright stuff on their games, obviously, but they're not as uptight and picky about it than, say, like, you know, Nintendo or Microsoft or anything like that. Those other companies, well, the companies within the bigger company franchises, I should say. Because Square Enix it's connected to, those companies anyways, mostly PlayStation, um, but Square Enix itself, like, I know that there's other game companies out there, and I'm not going to name names, but there are game companies out there that, you know, some of them are pretty uptight, and even if you talk about their stuff, even though that technically, in a way, you're promoting it and getting people ready for it, they will still, you know, say, hey, you pushed it too far. Luckily, I picked a topic, or I picked a company that's not really like that. They would rather people talk about their stuff. Now, like I said, Sony themselves, they're a little touchy. But like I said, that's why I don't cross the boundaries. In a couple of videos I may have, but like I said, that's why I keep it mostly Square Enix. That's why, I do talk about music stuff, but that's why I say, if you guys want to go look it up, you can yourself, because I'm not going to risk my channel being flagged because I put something on here that I wasn't supposed to do. And like I said, that's why I do it vlog form, so that way, I'm not uploading anything or doing anything to my videos that, even though it is Square Enix related, Square may not want that shown, or whatever the case may be. So, but I am still trying to fall within the guidelines. Like I said, my channel has not been flagged for anything yet, but just a disclaimer, which I know most of you aren't YouTubers, but I just wanted to let you all know that that's why, I do my channel the way I do it. Is, I didn't, like I said, I didn't really know about these guidelines until a couple of days ago, but, I already knew that there were guidelines within uh, the companies that people YouTube about, like Square Enix, Nintendo, or Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, and then the sub companies under that, like Square Enix and, and even Sega, it's the main company too, and there's been people that have gotten in trouble for some of the stuff that they've posted, but I mean, like I said, I'm gonna follow within the guidelines, and normally I do, but it's also no vulgar language, no cussing, no, I mean, anything that you think that could get your channel banned, don't do it. I know this is a kind of a long video, my first day back, but I just kind of wanted to elaborate on the guidelines, and just kind of be like, I already knew some of these. I mean, some of them were obvious, um, but I mean, this is why like I said before, this is why I do the channel the way I do it. I know sometimes it's boring because I don't have, flashy, text popping up everywhere. I don't have, video game footage rolling in the background or anything like that, but, yeah, I'm a pretty bland and boring YouTuber, but, I mean, I do it for this reason.